did what he was supposed to do, which is give us a chance to win.
And like a roundabout way, was it almost good that he was in a similar situation right off the bat that he was facing on Tuesday and was able to get out of it, kind of get into the flow from there?
Well, I mean, he uncharacteristically, walked some guys the other day. Today was more circumstances because we were playing more matchups. We were going to pitch accordingly to give ourselves the best matchup. So his walks were inflated a little today, it's hard. I don't even take that Tuesday thing and categorize it because it was such an anomaly. So I thought he did what we asked him to do, which was get us into that fifth inning and give us a competitive chance against these guys.
What did you think of what transpired in the fifth inning when you guys had 2 outs and obviously a run had scored, but there were still 2 outs?
Rephrase. I don't know.
When Blake came in and when you pulled Sam, did you feel good about the situation you guys had?
Well, I mean, if we didn't feel good about it, we wouldn't have done it. I think that's the next step for this group is, being who you are, not letting the circumstances dictate. I mean, that's probably my biggest disappointment here tonight because, I think it's going to be easy for me to, if I allow myself to go home and say hindsight's 20/20, if I'd have known that that's what we were going to be. Now, I'm not talking about the result. I think that's the part that we have to get to. If I'm a 94 mile an hour guy on Saturday, I'm a 94 mile an hour guy on Sunday. Because those are how, we're making our decisions. And clearly it was not that. And, but we live and learn. And he lives and learn, and we live and learn. And so hopefully next time he understands, takes this experience, and understands how important that is to be who you are. And if you get hit, you get hit, but be who you are.
So is that something where you think he was just a little apprehensive about the situation and really let it go?
I don't know. I mean, all I know is it was different. It was just different. And it's a young guy out there still trying to figure it out at this level. And it's a pressure situation to be in, but we need him to be in those situations. But it's just you get some of that. We sat in this room all last year from a position player and pitching standpoint. We see flashes of brilliance, and then we would take a dip, and that's going to happen a little bit. As much as we don't want it to happen, it's going to happen with some freshmen.
Was Chaz available for you guys this
Yeah.
weekend? Okay. Was there a thought to me to bring him in just in that situation, given they had 2 lefties coming up? Or?
Well, I mean, I guess without, I don't want to say this, without the obvious that if I thought about it, I probably would put him in.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be confident, but the matchup says velo, so I'll ask you who has a better velo.
You put Tolman in at DH. Was that you want another left-hander in there, or you just felt like that was kind of?
No, I just think that with what they were throwing, I mean, their starter was a high velocity guy, breaking ball. Lyle's been struggling lately, seeing the breaking stuff. Lyle's not as good against the breaking pitch, and every time we put Tolman in, he's been really competitive, giving good at bats. So we just thought the matchup called for it. And frankly, I thought he had really good at bats today. And as we say all the time, those positions are up for rent. So you're only renting those things. So if he continues to throw good at bats, you may see him in there more. We've got to get some production out of that. Lyle, and thought Lyle, for sitting on the bench, came in and gave, stuck in a key hit today too. So I like our options at that position. Eric's a baseball player, and I think that's the greatest compliment because you saw it. I mean, he steps in there, gives you quality ABs, and then shuts them down for the last 3 innings. It's pretty impressive.
And of course, in that last at bat, that's who you want at bat there. So you just take your chances with him if you get around to him.
1,000 times over. I mean, it's funny. We're sitting there looking at the 9th inning and saying, we got to get a couple guys on base because we want to get to that top. There's nobody on the planet that I would have rather had in that batter's box in that situation. And you know what? It didn't happen today. But I'll put my money on him again. So I hope that situation comes up again because he will succeed.
Does it maybe make you even more confident in your belief in your team just by the fact that you guys played the defending national champions, closed 3 games, and you know, could have won all 3?
Well, I mean, as a competitor, there's no, you don't really take a lot of solace in moral victories. But, I liked, the thing I would say on the weekend in general is I liked our effort. Like, I liked how hard we played. What I didn't like was the execution or lack thereof. I thought we were sloppy at times. We made a couple mistakes there in the 5th. Getting crossed up on signals, and when you take teams that are that evenly matched, it's going to be one thing like that. And if we can, and it's hard when you're trying to take something away from a very, tough series to swallow, and I know those guys are in the locker room, but we asked them to take away is, why is that team getting on the bus with 2 wins and we're walking out of here with 2 losses? Well, the fact of the matter is they were cleaner than we were. They did the little things better than we did. And, so if we can understand that and get better at that, then I think that, that's what we're striving for, and that situation flips. So I loved how hard we played. I have no reservations on that. I loved having Torkelson at the plate. I don't think he had any fear in himself for 1 second. It just didn't happen today. It sounds like a broken record from yesterday. They made some great plays defensively. We lined out all over the diamond again today. And, so maybe other days those fall and we're sitting here with a smile on our face.
Tork was saying that he thought they did a really good job making pitches in some tough situations. This is the kind of thing, like, you tell the guys, like, this is what you're going to be facing the rest of the year. If it's dashed like this, you can
Yeah. I mean, it's it's a good baseball team. One of the best pitching teams in the country. And you go back to the at bat that he had in the 9th. I mean, they fall behind 2-0, and he drops a breaking pitch in there, and then he throws a perfectly located fastball by one of the best hitters, if not the best hitter in the country, to bring the count back to 2-2. Pretty impressive. So a lot of credit to them. So yeah, I mean, I think our guys fully understand what's ahead of them. They're not happy right now, but we're by no means, we've by no means lost any confidence in what we're doing. So just need to clean up a couple things.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.